What's up everyone, welcome back to Train Sim 2022, and we are going to be on the Tehachapi Pass route today, going through Mojave, taking an Amtrak Desert Wind train, and I'll kind of go ahead and explain why we're using the Pepsi Can once we get in the scenario. So let's go ahead and waste no time, and let's go ahead and hop right in. Alright, we got our Chris and Jerry's Paint Shed AMTK 160 based off the True Rail base P42. Looking mighty fine here, and we do have our typical 5-car Desert Wind consist. Got a lounge car, a dining car, 2 coaches, and then a sleeping car towards the rear. Well, technically one coach baggage, but yes, this is actually one of my own custom scenarios, so we won't have any trains that we're meeting or anything like that, so it's just going to be ours, and we're going to be taking this puppy up through Mojave. But just taking a look at that 160 right there, man, this has got to be one of my all-time favorite Heritage Unit paint schemes. Fits a P42 really well, and very nice to see it in game. Alright, so right now in the cab, going to be turning on the cab lights since it is pretty dark in here. So the audio issue with the True Rail 50th anniversary units has been fixed, so there is now audio in the cab. If you guys haven't seen that yet, just go ahead and re-download it from their website since it has been fixed. But let's go ahead and hop on out of here and let's highball over Mojave. Let's go ahead and put the throttle in notch 2, and let us go ahead and release that brake. Open that nice window if we can. Don't think we can. No, we cannot. Okay, so guess we can't open the windows, but that's fun. Alright, good up our HUD monitor here, and we're going to be stopping at about 10 miles, 10.5 miles, over on SP370 Cameron northbound. Track 1, which I'm assuming we're going northbound. I have no idea. As long as that's going down, that's all I care about, because I feel like I was facing it the wrong way, but it looks like it's going down, so we're all good there. First and foremost, want to make sure you guys are having an awesome day today. Great January 5th. It's a Wednesday, so I'm definitely going to be at work today. I did pre-record this video, so I'm not too sure, but I guarantee you I'll be at work. Let's go ahead and get her in notch 8 here so we can get up to speed pretty quickly. Looks like we do have a clear. We got a double clear. We also got a clear down there, so we are all good. But want to give a huge shout out to Sierra Johnson for requesting this video here. And this is the reason why we're using AMTK 160, is because she asked me to make a Amtrak Desert Wind train using the 160 Pepsi Can P42. So I know that this paint scheme wasn't a actual Phase 3 on the P42s, it was on the Dash 8, but I think it highlights the Phase 3 cars nicely. Get rid of that 50 Amtrak logo, and I think it will be a perfect paint scheme. I do wish Amtrak used this paint scheme for the locomotives, the F40s, and all the locomotives they had, just because I feel like it is a lot better than the standard Phase 3. Because in my honest opinion, Phase 2 and Phase 3 on the locomotives look absolutely the same, except the lines are a little bit thicker in Phase 3. But yes, she did want me to use AMTK 160 and matching Phase 3 Superliner equipment. So now, one thing I did notice about the Desert Wind train, and I was looking up pictures of the consist of it, because I knew that it was a short train, usually about 4 to 5 cars long, but I wanted to get the order right for it. And one thing I noticed about it was that it had a bunch of different consists throughout the year, or throughout the years. So I've seen it having an Amfleet Cafe in front, and then like the coach dorm, which goes from single level to the upper level with the vestibules and all that. I've seen it with a coach dorm and then the rest of the consist. And then I've also seen it with a sightseer lounge. But the Sightseer Lounge was actually not in this paint scheme. So it was phase 3, but the lines did not go up through the windows like it does on this one. It was just a straight, you know, the lines were pretty much straight like you see on this dining car. So I don't know what a proper consist of that train is, so I kind of made it with the lounge car, and then, you know, the dining, we showed up the consist earlier. So yes, that is kind of how I made my train, and then we are going through Mojave. Now I think there was only 2 of these a day, so a north and a southbound. Correct me if I'm wrong though, I have no idea. But we are going through Mojave Desert, and I don't know exactly where this train ran. I've heard it ran to Las Vegas from somewhere in California. I honestly don't know. I haven't really read up too much about this train. I've just kind of looked at the consists and all that. So, but correct me if I am wrong. But I will say this though, the P42 True Rails look so freaking good. They just look so good. I mean, just look at that. It just looks freaking phenomenal. Like that paint scheme they got on it. Man, it's just super nice looking. It's clean. It's... I don't know. I just love it. I just love it. I can't wait to actually see these in real life. Granted, if they ever come to the city of New Orleans trains, which I doubt. I know they're not going to come on the intercity Illini Saluki train since those are run by Chargers now. Although, I have seen them run with P42s recently, but mainly just Chargers and Superliners. So yeah, I do apologize if you guys wanted to see some, you know, different train meets and stuff. I just didn't have time. I mean, I had time, but I didn't have time to actually, you know, make a whole scenario with meets and stuff. I just kind of had to just throw this consist together and make the train, and here we are. So let's go ahead and flag or protect this crossing here real quick. Alright, here we go through Mojave. Got 35 coming up at about 0.6 miles. And one thing that I've actually seen that kind of surprised me a little bit with RSC and Dovetail and all that is that they finally got a contract with BNSF to release the BNSF logo globally. So that is a major milestone in this game. And I'm very happy that they ended up doing that, because a lot of the scenarios on the Steam Workshop, a lot of people tend to not use BNSF because it wasn't available globally. So if you're trying to run a BNSF train, they might put like a UP locomotive or something, you know, that everyone can get. But now that BNSF is available globally, it actually kind of helps out with like scenario making and stuff, because it's not just unbranded anymore. It's actually got the logo and everything, so that's pretty cool. I know they did do a poll on their Twitter page, I believe, and it kind of had a what route do you want to see first. The options were the Tehachapi Pass, Marias Pass, and then Stevens Pass. Obviously Marias Pass won, so I know those are going to be the 3 that they mainly work on. Pacific Surfliner might come later on, I have no idea. But I know that pretty much all of the BNSF routes are now going to be available globally. So that is some major news in the game of Railworks. And I don't really know of any upcoming like developments or anything for routes or anything like that that catches my eye for this game, honestly. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. But I do apologize if you guys are wanting to see some like different freight content or different railroads. I know we've been doing Amtrak a lot since these paint schemes came out from 2 different people, so I do apologize for that. But I do plan on having a lot more Amtrak content coming out this year. So if that's not your thing, you guys want to see the freight trains, I do apologize. I'm just trying to please everybody since everybody's different. Some people like Amtrak, some like passenger, some like freight. Just kind of depends on what you like. But I do have some freight stuff planned, some other commuter stuff planned, so definitely stay tuned for all of that. Just look at that P42. It looks so good. Like, it really does. Like, that paint scheme just suits it. It really, really does. But if you guys are enjoying the video so far, do make sure you hit the like button and that subscribe button. Make sure you guys also join the Discord server if you guys just want to have a chat, or if you guys want like upload notifications of when videos go up on YouTube and all that. Definitely join the Discord server. Make sure you guys are also following me on Twitter and TikTok. I do post a lot of updates on Twitter, and I'm starting to post on TikTok, so definitely give me a follow on there if you guys have one. But yeah, so we got the Amtrak Desert Wind. I don't know, I know a lot of Amtrak trains have been discontinued throughout the years, and some of them I did want to ride on. Like, I hope they bring a couple of them back. I know Amtrak's with like government funded, and a lot of states don't want to fund Amtrak, so it is kind of hard. And then of course with like the host railroads, a lot of them don't like Amtrak, so it's going to be, you know, more difficult. But I heard that they are planning a new route in Florida. I can't remember where it is, and they are planning a bunch of different routes. I think they said like 50, or they're trying to add like 50 new routes within the next couple years. Oh, we got an alerter. Don't want to throw this thing into emergency. But yeah, I did see somewhere that they're trying to add like 50 new routes for their 50th anniversary, I guess, throughout the next couple years. So that'll be something cool to see. Given the old standard, you know, ones that I've been on was the only ones are the Illini Saluki and the City of New Orleans. So, but I do have a lot of Amtrak guest rewards points. So I may see if I could try to get like a free trip somewhere. Somewhere in the future this year, maybe. We'll see. We shall see. I don't know how many of you guys are actual like PC gamers that, you know, built your own computer and custom built yours, but if you are looking for new parts to upgrade your PC, Razer actually just got into the PC component business. So they're not just doing like mouse pads, mice, keyboards, you know, microphones, all of that stuff. They're actually in the PC component business now with a whole bunch of new stuff. Now they have some like RGB case fans that I've kind of been looking into. I have some Corsair ones right now. I like the fact that the lights are actually on the fan and the fan spins, so the light actually looks better. I don't really like it with the light on the rim, kind of how the Razer ones are. But I am not, you know, I may end up upgrading to the Razer ones. I don't know. We'll see. I do like my Corsair ones, so we shall have to see. They have those. Apparently, they are quieter than the competitors. So you have a nice looking RGB, you know, case fan, and they're apparently a lot quieter than most of the other fans out there, which is kind of cool to see. They also have a new AIO, which is something I'm in the market for. It's called the Ganbo Chroma, so I may end up taking a look at that because I am in the market for a new AIO. I like the one I have, but it's not like RGB controllable, so it's got like set different colors for the fans and the lights and stuff, so it doesn't really match the rest of my PC. I mean, it's blue, but I like my stuff teal, and this is kind of more of like a darker blue. Same thing, it kind of matches if you have the EVGA 2080 graphics card, it's pretty much the same color as that, so it doesn't really match the rest of my setup. But yeah, so let's go ahead and hit that alerter. So I may end up taking a look at that. I am in the market for a new AIO. So definitely going to upgrade some PC parts this year. They also have some PSUs. Now, there's two different options. There's a 750 watt, which is like, you know, standard between there and 1,000. And they also have a 1,600 watt PSU. Now, I don't know anybody that would need a 1,600 watt PSU. I don't know if they actually meant that as a joke or if they're being serious, but a 1,600 watt PSU, that is more than enough power for anybody. Even if you have like a 1,000 watt PSU, you'll still be able to run a 3080, 3090 graphics card. 1600 is just unheard of, and I've never heard of, and I've never even seen such a high wattage PSU. But then again, it is Razer, so you know people are gonna go out there and buy it. Me personally, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna stick with my 1000 watt, but you know, to each his own, I guess. They've also got some new headsets, and there's a couple other things that I kind of seen in their little press conference video, whatever you want to call it. There's two things that kind of stood out to me. They have an RGB face mask, which to me is completely unnecessary. It's kind of like a tactical face mask, but it's RGB. In my honest opinion, it is completely unnecessary. Like, you could just put on a regular cloth one and call it a day. But no, if you want to be that gamer, if you're really a Razer fanboy, I guess that RGB face mask is just for you. Like, I honestly think it's completely unnecessary and ridiculous that Razer made such a thing. But then again, it is unique, and Razer is kind of a unique brand, especially with them making Razer energy drinks or like energy packets for water and Razer gum. So I guess they are their own, like, you know, a unique company, and I guess they wanted to see how far they can reach an audience, which then again, it also makes sense. It's a good marketing standpoint. Now, they also have a $1,000 gaming chair. Yes, a $1,000 gaming chair. Now, I thought the regular Razer gaming chairs that were selling for $400 were too much. So I'm over here looking at a $150 gaming chair, and then there's Razer with the $400, and then now a $1,000 one that is made from carbon fiber. Now, if you truly, love Razer, if that's all you get, you have all Razer components, and now you're going to purchase, the Razer PC components and Razer peripherals and everything. Each his own, I guess. Razer face mask, yeah, it's pretty cool. $1,000 gaming chair. I don't know about that. $1,000 can get me a lot of new PC components. I don't know if I'd rather spend it on a new AIO, some new fans, some new RAM, instead of $1,000 on a regular gaming chair that has carbon fiber in it. Like, it just makes no sense. But then again, like I said, Razer is a company that keeps everybody on their toes with some of the stuff that they come out with. So it's only a matter of time before, this year they come out with something else that we might find stupid, but then a lot of other people will be like, yeah, I definitely need that. But Razer, you can keep your face masks, you can keep your $1,000 gaming chair. I don't need it. A regular $150 to $200 range for a chair, that's a little bit better for me. Heck, even my first chair was a office chair from Staples. So I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But we are coming up here on Cameron northbound track 1, which I'm assuming we're going to have to... Well, looks like we got it clear, so I don't think we're going to be diverging anywhere. But yeah, so here's our Desert Wind Consist for one last time. AMTK 160 50th anniversary unit. Trying to get a nice shot here without being in the trees. Very cool. Very cool indeed. And we are... says we're speeding, but we're going 46 and a 50. Whatever. I do feel like it's just going to throw us into emergency when we get here. I don't know. So we'll just start applying the brakes here, I guess. I love the way like the ditch lights automatically flash. I really do like that though. I'm not trying to get hit into emergency here, so we're just going to go ahead and stop right here. And then that is going to call it an episode. Once again, thank you, Sierra, for your request. I'm glad to do it here, especially, on the Tehachapi Pass with the desert wind through Mojave. Very cool indeed. As I said, loving this 160 paint scheme. Phase 3 Pepsi can on a P42, just Just looks legit. It looks like it was meant for this locomotive. But yeah, that is going to go ahead and do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.